Hey everybody, what's up? It's Neflarian. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Hello CG. Christopher, congrats on being first. Hey God, welcome in. And Johnny and Rosie, thank you so much for being a member for 6 months. First time we've gotten to see the green logo. That's actually pretty cool. I haven't, I see it when I'm uploaded and like when I was working on making them and working with someone to make them, but I've never seen like on there. That's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, there's new content like coming out in just a couple days. Are you guys pumped for it? It's a new invasion. I am so excited. As a part of the roundtable, I've been involved with a chunk of it. So like, I mean, I kind of already knew what was coming. I'm so excited we get to talk about it. I can't spoil too much, but I mean, there's some gear in there, there's some familiars in there, there's enemies to kill, you know. I'm just really excited. And in fact, I have a video to upload that I'm gonna be uploading after we finish today. I'll set it to release tomorrow, where I reveal the mythic familiar from this new content. I am so excited for you guys to see him. He's so good. He's so good. And you can get him so early. Oh, I'm so excited. I already had news of the familiars, but not all of them, CG. There's one that's mentioned, but there's no info on him. I have all the info. I'm so excited. And your Kazulum's almost over. Only an 11 pump Drillo and a few hundred sandals, and then you'll be done. Congrats, congrats. That's amazing. So today, we're gonna be grinding for legendary materials, unfortunately. That's just what it is. That's legendary materials are what I need. I'll pop an Odagore and we'll push through here. I am gonna need some mythics, but not from the tier that I'm in right now. Like the tier that I'm grinding legendary mats for, we don't need any more mythics, so we're good there. Just the actual legendaries. And yes, CG, he's good. He's real good. He is also, just so you know, that this invasion, in case you missed it, is not going to be a part of the normal rotation. So it's going to come around for like Sardanex events and things like that, but not all of them. So it is actually, you're going to want to grind it. Unfortunately, I don't want to grind. I don't want to, but we're going to anyways. Next stream is going to be all that. Just grinding and grinding and grinding. Oh, so excited. But I don't want to waste y'all's time. We're going to be hopping right on in. And I have my 3D printer going, so that'll be up in the corner, printing something for my oldest. Will there be new set and mythic items? Let me look at something real quick. That's not it. I'm reading the actual announcement right now. I was reading it. It's a brand new event. Some the most popular event exclusive fusions for the past few years will be returning, and once again allowing players to earn their schematics while this invasion is available in-game. These fusion schematics will all be available as part of the invasion. Sunteal, Chocomit, Night Gabi, Veduce, Astasaro, Itrof X, Q317, NWA, Mirog, and Googie Moogians. These will be an alternate version of the schematics that Sardanex provided previously. Typically, they only require a few copies of the base familiar and some gold. The schematic from this invasion will require the same base familiars, but you also need a lot more gold and Synchronite to finish the fusion. Synchronite is the new fusion material. After our first instance finishes, we will not be adding it to the regular rotation. Instead, we'll be saving this one for special occasions. Okay, here we go. I just want to make sure this mentioned it. Watch the Steam page for another announcement, sharing more information on the new Mythic Fusion and a new piece of Mythic gear. So there is a new piece of Mythic gear inbound. I can't really tell you what it is, but it's inbound. It's coming. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing. We're gonna get new mythics, but it doesn't say anything about new sets, so I feel like it's probably fair for me to tell you there's not new sets coming in, just because, you know, there's no new sets. It's Invasion. There's nothing new being added. But all right, let's go ahead and pop an Odogor. Those are materials. Where's Odogors? There's Odogors. I don't have time to grind all day today, so we're not doing big war. Let's hop right into this PvP. Getting the schematic you need will be painful. You'll get it all eventually, though. All right, mythical refresh pool. Oh man, I don't know if I can. I just can't bring myself to go on to doing extra pulls. Veduce is pretty cool looking. Like, he is super cool. And he's honestly pretty good too. Let's run some stuff here. Oh, I don't know why I always want to run Hero Fest. So I'll go through the familiars that are gonna be available because I have them all, so might as well check them out. And Johnny, I have not had a chance yet. I know it's been like a whole week. This past week has been insane for me. Whew. You're gonna have Kazulam. Obviously, use Kazulam over Veduce. Veduce is gonna be better than almost every legendary that you find, but mythics are all gonna be better. Bum 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 bum. Man, I'm so excited. Did I set the goal yet? There we go. I already forgot what I set for the goal was. Oh, and I'll discuss the new familiar. I have the preview, so. I wish I could choose in like an expedition to run tier 17. Like, I really wish I could. I don't need tier 21 materials. I mean, I might at this point because I did up tier a bunch of stuff, but and then don't forget, I think I saw one person, CG, if you type !enter and then include your hero tag, you'll be entered to win an epic adventure pack and 1,000 gems. Right now, CG is the only one entered, so like guaranteed win, right? And Sora, I don't think I acknowledged when you came in here. Welcome in. I saw your post, like your message. I didn't actually like say your name though. Bum 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 bum. Hey, Breton. I'm super excited for this thing up here. CG is just gonna be you and God in there. Like this, that's it. And you all are both gonna fall off the edge. I'm gonna pick one that like forces you to fall off the edge. Okay, gauntlets. We want tier 17. Wait, did I pick tier 17? Yep. and then the bot wins. Oh, Thunmoth over here in the back. No, y'all can't really see him because of my thing here. Hold on. Oh, Thunmoth back here. I'm gonna miss you. Thunmoth going bye-bye. Oh, I need to actually share this link with someone, don't I? Bum, 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 bum. I actually haven't looked at my YouTube studio in a long time. I should probably check that out. YouTube stealing stuff from me. We're at 1,778 subscribers. All right. That's pretty awesome. That's the one thing I actually use Studio for, just to see those subscribers. And y'all, this thing that I am 3D printing right now for my oldest is so cool. There's this book that I read to them that it has nothing to do with mushrooms, but there is a mushroom house in the back, and they love it. And we're like, oh, that's Mr. Magpie's house, and he'll knock on it, and then Mr. Magpie, he comes out and he's like, I'm trying to sleep. What are you doing? And my oldest, like, they love it, and so I'm printing a giant mushroom house. Bit by bit. Let's check out the shop. Okay, daily gore, gotta grab it. It's free. Free real estate. Okay, these are all real money. Here we go. Medium resource crate. This is about 330 gems per resource. It's not bad. I don't need it though, so I think I'm gonna actually pass on this one just because I don't need it. This is not a bad deal though, considering resources are a lot more expensive than that. And that's really it. This lucky boost box is not worth it. It's just not worth. Don't go into that one. The mount upgrade is not bad. Like, that's not bad if you want the cosmetics. And the Bido mat is, again, not bad. So let's go into raids. Oh wait, no, I was gonna do familiars. Okay. Familiars. Let me pull up the thing here. Okay, first is Suntealk. So Suntealk, pretty good stat spread, 15% damage and 15% chance to gain 2 SP per turn while at full health. I mean, that's okay. The 2 SP is pretty awesome, but it has some requirements. Skills, air damage to all enemies, air damage to strongest and heal self, air damage to closest 3 and bleed, which is awesome, but it's 2 SP, air damage to closest and bleed them and fury self. That's a pretty good one. And then air damage to the fastest enemy and bleed 2 times and oxidizes. Mwah. That's a really great skill. That's the one that you would typically want to go for. Choco Mitt, 32% damage, just kind of what it is. Damage closest 3, shield team and fury team, spread heal and gain 1 SP, so realistically this will only cost 1 SP. And then fury and cleanse target. So this is really just a step up from Remitz or Remity. He's not my favorite, but he is what it is. Then we have Night Gobby. How do I not have Night Gobby? Anyway, sorry. Evade, block, This is more of a tank. Has shield self at 1 SP. Hold it, this is weirding me out. I mean, I've got the thing, I just haven't used it. Okay. Then Veduce. Veduce has 20% crit chance, 15% empower chance, and 4% electric adrenaline, which is awesome. Damage closest enemy, damage weakest and shock, heal target and fury them, closest to enemies and shock, lot of damage to all enemies and shock them, and then a small recoil. Really, really, really awesome. DPS, early game too. Like, you don't really need much else from him. We get Astasaro, is this one right? Yeah. With 40% heal power. Now this is an early game like healer that you're gonna love. Overhealing also transforms into shielding, damage closest and roots, and then a small recoil, earth damage, and then it's a earth drain, recoil, heal target and self, lose half of your HP and spread heal, and then deal a ton of damage and root the entire team with a small recoil. Not horrible at all. Itrolf is an amazing tank. This is what I think a lot of people are going to be going for. Built-in 62% block, which the extra 2% is, who cares? Really good stat spread. Skills, he's got spread, heal, and shield self at 0 SP, shock at 1 SP, shock at 2 SP that also spread, shield, and heals, damage all enemies and shock them, and then deal a gigaton damage to the target enemy and shock them and damage self. Now, if you were able to, like, empower this, like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Then we get Q3, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I like the artwork. Dual strike, electric damage, 20% chance to corrupt the strongest enemy when you hit an enemy. Skills are what they are. He's not my favorite. We get Miralg, which is so good. Extra speed, dual strike, 50% chance to enrage team at start of your turn. You've got attack closest and enrage weakest teammate. Closest 3 enemies, spread heal and spread shield. Enrage target and transform the next damage they receive into a heal, which is huge. And then also deal damage to the weakest and give 2 SP to your team. Mwah. Who's this? Admiral Yarlag. Oh, that must have been from another Sardonyx, because I'm like, that I don't remember making him. And then Googie Moogians. 25% barrier and 30% chance to cleanse. Perkunis in a familiar. We all know him. He's phenomenal. He's great. Those are the familiars that are going to be coming in addition to a new mythic familiar. Is Mirog better than Blinka? No. They're different. Like, I would probably go with Mirog over Blinka if you had to choose, but they kind of serve different purposes. Chocomitt is not better than Mirog. Admiral Yarlag was from Walking Marauders. There we go. I was like, I've got him, so he must have been from something. So if I had to choose between Mirog and Chocomitt, 100% I'm choosing Mirog every time. Like, no question about it. Between Blinka and Mirog, I'm probably also going to be choosing Mirog nearly every time, but it's a little bit less clear. So Blinka, that's not how you spell Blinka, that's how you spell Blinka. Is damage closest, a built-in empower chance, shield teammate, heal targets, spread heal, like they are a pure healer. That's what they are. Compared to Mirog, is a bit more support. So that's really, there is the shielding and healing that comes with support, but Mirog is really a true support, whereas Blinka is just a really good healer. That's really all there is to that one. So if I had to choose, if I didn't just like guarantee needing healing, I would go with Mirog. If it's the fact that like I've got all the damage, I've got everything I really need, I'm just needing a little bit more healing, then I'll go with Plinka. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. Then, just so everyone knows, there are currently, what, 5 entries for the giveaway. Really good odds of winning. Like, real good odds. Okay, 6 now. Hey, Harry. Doc, I am so pumped for this new invasion. This new familiar. Oh, I'm like looking at things, and I'm just gonna let y'all know, like, personal stuff here. My wife is out of town this weekend, so I am going to legitimately, I'm probably going to have my claw upstairs with me and be playing video games in bed with my iPad next to me and just grind the shoot out of this invasion. I am so pumped. Like, I'm so pumped. So by dawn, you can still enter, you just can't win. I actually like it when people that can't win enter, because like it just gives more marbles, and the more marbles there are, the more chaos there is, which is why a lot of times I'll add bots in as well, just like Neflarian bot 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Like the bots can't win, but they provide chaos. So by all means, by dawn, please enter. It's just that if you happen to win, then it goes to second place. It's not a big deal. Also, guys, like, I can't say this enough, and totally, but on just like the other thing I was just saying, like laying in bed and playing Bit Heroes and games, I am addicted to the handheld that I got. It's like a Steam Deck, but just stronger. Like, I'm so addicted to it. I need to find time. I want to set up some other things like Ship of Harkinian. I just haven't had a chance to do that. Oh, I am just so pumped. And I've been looking, I still have a good amount of gift cards for from Christmas, no, from my birthday. That it's November, yes, from my birthday. Sorry, my birthday was like 3 months ago and I still haven't spent the gift cards. And I just keep looking at games that would be fun to get for me to play. I forgot when I also forget consistently how old I am. Like, I am constantly forgetting. I thought about getting Balatro? Because I always see things about it. It looks like it's so good. But I don't know. I don't know if I would actually play it a lot. Whereas I know, like Dave the Diver, I would. Balatro mentioned. Like, I always see it pop up. I see pictures and memes pop up from it. But then I'm like, Peak always looks fun. And RV There Yet looks so cool. And I love Dave the Diver, but I have it on my PlayStation through like PlayStation Plus, and I'm like, that's like the only game I play on that. So I'm thinking, like, if I buy it on Steam, if I just straight up buy Dave the Diver, then I could spend less money on PlayStation. But I need to wait for it to be on sale. Bum 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 bum. Hey, got a mythic. I still need 2,000 legendary materials though, so hold on. There's a game called Rats. It's restaurant but run by rats. Is this Ratatouille the game? Oh no, they're in. No, looks like you're supposed to be rats. It's a built-in poker game. That's weird. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. And Lil B, yes, I think my Furium's on freeze. Let's see. Yeah, I saw Frozen pop up. Yeah. I would be using Bleed just because it's wicked awesome, but this setup is just a little bit faster, and I'm one-shotting everything anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh, Libby, I will show you why. Actually, I don't know if I can show you in here. Ugh. So, can I? Yeah. So, freeze is 175% of your power. And combust is 75% of your power. Now, granted, you do also then get the explosion from it, so it's going to be 150% of your power, but that's still less than freeze. There are some other benefits to potentially using combust instead of freeze, but I don't really want to get into those. It relies on a bugged interaction, and I don't really want to deal with that because, again, I'm one-shotting everything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. However, so bleed for 50% twice. With the right setups here, you can end up with 200% power on that, which is pretty awesome. But it's just faster to use freeze, so that's why I'm not using bleed. And the reason then, I feel like I'm sensing a follow-up question of why I'm then using combust on Soul of Ascarium is Furium will fully freeze the enemy team, so I can't exactly freeze them further. So that way, while they're frozen, I'm getting combust damage as well. You got me. You got. Or you had Gecko faster than with me. I mean, let's look at Gecko real quick. He's been offline for a while. So odds are he's taking advantage of the bugged interaction, which I could take advantage of too, but I just don't feel like it, to be honest. Eventually, when I'm not so focused on getting the triple extort build put up, then I will probably switch it over to either bleed or combust. But for now, ooh, hold on just a second. Okay. Another benefit of using freeze is that it does freeze the enemy team, which if you're going to deal with them dealing damage to you is really helpful because you get an extra turn out of the deal. But again, like I'm one shot them, so it doesn't really matter. Whenever my Furium procs, the enemy deletes. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Avidom, welcome back. Sorry, I just had a random thought about theory crafting. I wanted to send it off to someone real quick. Giveaway is in just over 10 minutes. If you haven't yet, exclamation point enter with your hero tag will get you entered. And don't forget to like the stream for a better chance. Like your marble will just do better, which is not actually true, but I'm gonna say it's true anyways. Also, please don't look at what I'm about to do. Don't look. Okay, you can look back now. Wow, look, I have extra zeals. That's crazy. You just got Clover. Congrats, CG. Oh, Brett, and I wanted you to keep your eyes open. I wanted you to stare at that. I'm gonna pop an energy pack just to do it again. CG, that's awesome. I remember you posting in my Discord that you had gotten it. That's huge. Clover's so good. Clover makes literally every build better, and like there's very few items that you can say that about. Like that they make both tanks and DPS better by such a large margin. I want to talk about Witcham. Witcham by itself is great, but it's not like ungodly like it is with Clover. Avadam, you didn't see! On Thursday at Reset, we are getting a brand new invasion. This invasion is going to be tied to various Sardanex events. So there's going to be some returning event familiars. So like Chocomid is there, Miralg, Astasaro, Veduce, Googie Moogians, Itrolf, and a couple others. There's also a new mythic familiar, which I'm going to get to release a video very shortly going over the new mythic familiar, what it is, and why I am going to just go insane on this invasion to make sure I get them. Ooh. Just a heads up though, this invasion is not going to be a part of the normal rotation. It's probably going to come around again 2 to 3 times a year, but it's going to be tied to like Sardanex events. Oh, y'all want to leak on stream? I don't have this set up so I can quickly do a leak. Well, I could actually leak something that's already been leaked. How about that? That's the new mythic. That wasn't supposed to be up there yet. But it's in game, so whatever. Hold up, CG. You got 2 Gobbies in 1 dungeon off of Persuades? Hell yeah, man. I've seen 3. I think 3 was the most Gobbies I've ever seen in 1 dungeon, but like I didn't get a chance to get any of them. Okay, let's upgrade so we can melt tier 17 gear. Do I have any set pieces from tier 17? No, I don't. And only 2. I don't have any extra pieces of Witcham. Okay, well. Time to run some Gauntlet. Also, ooh, what's going on here? Lil B, I'll switch over to Combust for you. I've got Freeze mostly because I do world boss stuff, but I'll switch over to Combust. Since I'm in tier 17, it's not like I'm gonna die. After this gauntlet, I'll switch over. Here. Alright, we're all power right now, right? Hold up. I'm all health right now. Where's Combust? Root, Shock, Fender 5, Combust. Yeah. Oh, good. It's already fully upgraded too. That's great. Okay. So we'll go in here, make sure that's on Combust, make sure that's on Combust. Okay, everything should be just fine. And Voluspa is still, yeah, Voluspa is, I hate Voluspa. Like, that is, like, the only familiar in that entire, or the only enemy in that entire world boss that can kill me. It's so frustrating. Hold on just a second. All right, I'm back. Veluspa is just super broken. Yeah. So honestly, we can thank all of the tanks that are immortal for that one. It became so popular to just go into World Boss, which is designed to be done in a team with other players. Like you go in by yourself. That's why Veluspa is broken. That's why Notorious Beef is so hard, and that's why Project Goodall can be really rough in Tier 21 as well. So Notorious Beef is, or not Notorious Beef, Nordic is set up where the familiars, the enemies themselves, are just dangerous. Notorious Beef, they all have augments, and the augments with brains are the parts that just will destroy a tank, which is why they're so hard. What familiars should you farm right now? You should farm one I'm going to talk about tomorrow. That's what you should farm right now. And yes, Rain, there's two pretty good familiars in the current expedition. And Avedon just said them. It's Ovis, which is in the top portal, and Blinka, which is the one on the left, if I remember right. Ovis is a pretty good DPS, and Blinka is a healer. No, CG, I said I would upload it today. Today it's getting uploaded. As soon as we're done here, actually. As soon as I'm done on stream, that's going to be the first thing I do is upload the video, but it's going to be private until tomorrow. It is going to go public tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time. So, like 15 minutes from now, exactly 24 hours. Avedon, no! We gotta fix how you just never have good internet. That was voice bait. What? I said I would upload it, not that I would post it. I've almost always got a video uploaded that's not posted. How many total Fortimer schematics are coming back? Let me find it. Sunteal, Chocomit, Night Gabi, Veduce, Astasaro, Itrolf X, Q317, Mirog, and Googie Moogians. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different schematics plus a new one as well. As soon as this is over, we're gonna switch over to marbles. Hey, got a set. Perfect. All right, let me pull marbles up. If you haven't entered yet, now is your chance to get entered. Once I get marbles up, that's when I'm gonna stop. The new familiar Breton is called Le Breton. You're the new familiar. I see you trying to get me to say the name. Okay, let me... Entries are now... Oh, I'm gonna wait till Buy Dreams is in there for sure. They are now closed. Alright, Buy Dreams and Blue Jean didn't put their hero tags in there. This will be one of the last times I accept that. Okay, so we got... We don't have any duplicates? Way to go, look at us. Look at us go. But I will still let y'all keep them in here. Okay, let's switch over. We have no duplicates in here. Okay, and 19 names. Here we go. We're getting choked right in front of the giveaway. Yeah, we got it though. Haunted Hills is a neat one. We could do this one again. Let's do this one. Let it be spooky. Let it be spooky. So, if you haven't seen this one, you go into the cauldron, all the way down underneath, and you come out here. We're gonna go through the graveyard, that's what it is, through the spooky trees. And if I remember right, these things can hurt you. Anyways, we'll come into the house. If I remember right, we end up going through the front door. But I can't go through that until it opens. All the way up into the house, through the whole spooky haunted house. You eventually fall down into this, out and in. I don't think there's a way to die on this one, other than those things hitting you. So good luck, everybody. Good luck specifically to you. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Go! It's like Mega Beast is... Oh, just kidding. Libahu is the first one out. We get spooky sounds. Zoom. Alright, those things are kind of loud. Ooh, CG. Came out of nowhere. You can see the ghost, the last winner, is way up there, though. You're going slower than the last winner. He said, don't worry. CG. CG, I'm so sorry. How does that happen every time? I shouldn't. Every time I'm over here like, I don't think you can die on this map, and CG finds a way. Alright, here we are. Going through the haunted house. Le Breton is just... Oh, wait. Okay, now Le Breton is the one in the lead. Oh no. There we go. You gotta go around the staircase. Oh, I thought Breton was gonna get hit by that ghost. Ooh, this looks like Breton's for sure gonna win. Breton's got it. Oh wait. Yeah, Breton's got it. Unless something crazy happens here. Congratulations to Le Breton! Congrats, congrats, congrats! I know you're here, but just please put a message into chat. Oh yeah, I see you there. I see you said good luck. Congrats, there you go. Congrats to Le Breton. We don't need anything else here. We don't gotta worry about anything. Let's just go ahead and close this whole game out. Let me pull up your name. Where are you at here? Le Breton. Alright, let me add you onto our list, and while I'm doing so, just the legalese stuff. Congratulations on winning. I'm not the one that actually adds you to, or adds the prize to your account. That is added by the community management team. That being said, if you don't have it by next week, please let me know. It's usually done on Mondays, but not always. Also, you can only win once every 30 days on my stream, which means you'll be eligible again starting on December 10th. Sorry, I struggled to read there for a second. On December 10th, you will be eligible again. You can still win on other streams if they're offering giveaways, just not mine for 30 days. Congratulations again. The entry list is cleared. Exclamation point enter will get you entered into the giveaway. Congratulations, LeBreton, on winning an epic adventure bag and 1,000 gems. Whew, that's just great news. That's great. Phenomenal. Absolute no notes. Where's my bit heroes? There's my bit heroes. We need to reset our giveaway timer. In 52 minutes, we will have another giveaway. Blue Jean, it's just like, no, it's me, Breton, on my alt account. Anytime, Blue Jean, I got you. I mean, Breton's alt account. Bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum. My Volta is just doing all the work. Have I even had a turn yet? There we go. I got a turn and destroyed them. Okay. So Blue Jean, I am 3D printing. I was telling some people earlier today, my oldest, there's this book they really like that has nothing to do with mushrooms, but on one of the pages, there is a giant mushroom house, like in the background. And so we look at it, and my oldest always says, that's where Mr. Magpie lives. And so we'll knock on the door, and Mr. Magpie comes out, and he's like, I'm trying to sleep, and ends up like tickling my oldest, and they love it. So that's, I found like a big mushroom house, and so I'm slowly printing it out. It's gonna, I might be able to finish it today, but I doubt it. I've gotten this is the 3rd section out of 5 to print, and then I have to glue it all together. You love shrooms. I wonder how much guild honor I have. I haven't checked that in a while. Only 26 million. Ew. Yeah, God, when it's finished, I can. I'm hoping I'll be able to finish printing it today and then glue it all together tonight, so then like tomorrow it should be all done. But I will post pictures on my Discord. And yes, by Dreams, it's a 3D printer. So whenever I'm printing things during stream, I have a video of it. The 3D printers have like video cameras so you can watch them, just to make sure everything's going okay. Unfortunately, they go at like 1 FPS. I wish it was higher than that, but I don't want to set up like a real camera in there. But I can control it. Like, I can turn on a light. It'll show up here in a second. Like, I can turn on that light if it's in the dark or something. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, but Blue Jean, if that's Breton's alt account, then they can't win. Oh no, let me go ahead and remove any that say Blue Jean on them. And CG, yeah, I mean, I say only 26 minutes because I mean, like earlier this year I was at like 34 or 35 mil or something like that, but I used it to farm for my current build. Bum, 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 bum. So God, the way that I get a lot is by not spending it all the time, but also in my runes, I always run XP runes. Because XP is how you get guild honor. So instead of running item find where I might get something, I might not get something, I'm always guaranteed to get an extra, what, 5% honor, which helps to buy more stuff. Overall, it ends up being better. Oh, Breton, thanks for popping in. Hope you win again on your alt account. I hope that Blue Jean wins too. But thank you so much for popping in, and congratulations on winning. Got a legendary. We need so many legendaries. Ugh. CG, you're gonna die again first. Is there a slot in dark? I'm not sure. Okay, this kind of baited me. I thought that was double mythics for a second. Looks like there is a slot. Looks like there's 3 slots. If you will reach out to Sky 666 or Sky 66. Where's guild recruitment? Is there a way to copy link? There you go. You've been neglecting your Tethys ever since Overlord, which is better? I mean, don't ever feel bad for grinding for a familiar that you don't use, first off. Like, I have so many familiars that I don't use. Like, honestly, not Fusion, Stable. I don't really use Lurky all that much anymore. I don't use Wimbo, I don't use Bobodom, I don't use Drazik, I don't use Jello, and except for some circumstances. I don't use Yemic, I don't use Glarstos, I don't use Eucalyptus, I don't use Olatus, I don't use Wood Taroth, I don't use any of these. So don't feel bad about grinding. That being said, they're different. I think that Tetheus is still the better familiar. That being said, Dark Overlord definitely has a lot of benefits that Tetheus doesn't get, like the built-in Bali room. So, yeah, Tetheus doesn't have that Bali room, but Tetheus also has more mitigation than Dark Overlord. So, don't feel bad about grinding for the better familiar. Like, it's whatever. And even if you don't use him, you still got him. It is what it is. Dark Overlord is very strong. Tetheus is still more mitigation, though. Tetheus is still the better tank. And Tetheus has a 0 SP self-sustain. Like, I use Tetheus instead of Dark Overlord, personally. I think that Tetheus is the better familiar, and so I use him. Oh, and Abaddon, there is a better Lurky. Octakill. I need to finish my Octakill grind. Ugh, I don't want to. What all do I still need for Octakill? I don't even... Oh, I just need 7 more unstable yolks. Okay. Quick Flicks, the new content is a brand new invasion, which brings back a lot of the better of the Sardanex event familiars. So if you missed them before, you can get them again. And there's a new mythic. The new mythic familiar is awesome. It is so good. Also, there's a new piece of mythic gear, which I don't have a sneak preview of, that I could share. But I'll tell you, like, it's new. It's not something that you've ever seen before. Is the Mythic Familiar actually good in Tier 18? Yes. And Quick Flicks, it is dropping on Thursday at the weekly reset. So this Thursday, there's going to be brand new content to run immediately. I'm so pumped. Hold up, let me see. Ugh, that's all we found so far. That's annoying. Because we still need so many. 1.6 thousand materials. There we go. Don't have any badges saved up. Just get badges. I'm gonna blow through that stash. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so ugly. What is this? There we go. If you're tier 8, what I would start doing is focusing on farming familiars and mythic materials. The things like PvP and Invasion or Expedition and Trials and Gauntlet, there are point thresholds where you can get random mythic pulls, but they're always from the tier that you are in. So, for example, I'm in tier 21. If I needed, say, a tier 19 mythic material, I have to grind that content, and sometimes that's detrimental to do so. So like I'm grinding old Trials Gauntlet means I'm getting old Trials Gauntlet points. Like it doesn't matter how much I run, I am not going to be top 50 at all. I mean, I'm top 300 barely, because I'm getting 8,300 points per token instead of 25,000. That's a detriment. So I would take time to get what you need from every tier, and particularly the raid fusion materials. Getting those from weekly rewards is so much faster than grinding them out from a raid. And Flix, yes, defensive legendary pet is mwah. If you look in my Bit Heroes playlists, then there I do have like how to spend gems, and I go over like pets and accessories as well. Check that one out, because having a defensive legendary pet early game is huge. Like you're awesome for that. Depending on your role, you'll want to reforge it. If you're DPS, which that early you probably should be, switch it to reforge it, which is upgrade it one time and choose when you hit an enemy, and you'll be able to sustain your team. You won't need to have a support familiar. Time Mast, welcome. I saw you enter. Welcome in. You missed the first giveaway. And quick flicks, I am not pay to win. I don't spend money on this. So like every stream I go through the shop, daily gore is free, but I ignore all these. If you're gonna spend money, this is a good deal. This mini push pack isn't bad, but like I don't spend cash at all. This medium resource crate is good. I just don't need the resources right now. Like I don't spend money, so I skip over all those when I go over the shop. And yes, Abaddon, Octakill really is that much better. Because of what CG said. And then also a interaction that people don't tend to think about. Ricochet is useless if there's only one enemy. That's just kind of the reality. But also, Shock is kind of useless against the one enemy too. But if there's more than one enemy, ricocheted attacks can also ricochet again. So when you load him up on Ricochet and he's got, say, 50% Ricochet, it's a 25% chance for it to happen twice. A 12.5% chance for it to happen 3 times. Like, it could ricochet on Ricochet on Ricochet on Ricochet, and it is so good. Specifically because that last skill actually has increased Ricochet as well. The best approach as a free-to-play player is to have tempered expectations. So you're not going to get things fast. That's really why I don't have everything fully out. Like I don't have an extort build, I don't have a vamp build, I don't have Octakill finished, I don't have a lot of stuff because I'm not pay to win. If I was, I would have all that, but it's a slow game. So the approach is patience. And Abaddon, yes, EMP will attack the same person, but shock skills have lower damage because EMP attacks the entire team when it goes off. So, against a single enemy, shock is not that good. It's significantly worse than Combust or anything else. That's why you never see people use Combust or Shock on like Soul of Iscarium. Boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. And Root doesn't have that problem. So Root is just straight damage. So it's not nerfed at all for that. And yes, CG usually. So I can't show it while I'm in here, but Furium is a great example of that. So Furium, see, Combust is 25% of your power, and Shock is 20% of your power. That's X6. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, I've never noticed that that was 6x and not 3x. Huh. I'm gonna check that out a little bit. But when a shock skill is made, whenever, like in Roundtable, we go through it and we look at things. Like since I'm on Roundtable, I get to get input on some of the new items and things like that. Whenever a skill has shock, it deals less damage, because when you get the full stacks for shock, it will trigger an EMP which attacks every single enemy. Combust, however, when it get full stacks on that, it only attacks the one enemy that has the stacks. So because it's attacking more, it has lower power. Not by a lot, but by enough that just raw damage doesn't really make a difference. And yeah, on paper, it doesn't look like much. But it does end up adding up. But I've never actually looked at shock on Furium, so I'm gonna need to theorycraft that a little bit more. That might actually be even more insane. I mean, actually, why don't I just check it right now? I've got the materials, so. So now it's on shock. Let's see. Oh, Avedon, we took it into account. We absolutely took it into account. Just figured, why not? Why not make it just giga insane? I need to not do this with familiars. I need to see just myself. You know, sometimes we can sneak things in that probably shouldn't be in the game. Okay, I want to see this. Huh. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Huh. So I know why it's doing this, and I don't really want to go into why, but I will say that it shouldn't be dealing this much damage. Oh no, I don't want to nerf anything ever. In fact, let's just pump up the damage. 8,000,000,000%. Add my familiars back in here. Boom. Hey, legendary chip. So, roundtable discussions. Obviously, I can't go into what we discussed or anything. They used to be real wicked when there were like wicked good. There were like 4 or 5 of us that really were all over things. Right now, there's really not a whole lot of conversations going on. But yeah, when Ask Aloud was on roundtable, there was lots of great stuff. Lots of great stuff going on. Why is it going so slow now? There we go. There we go. Can't tell you what we discuss. Do I think our servers would withstand players like equal to big games, like those games that have consistent 40, 50,000 concurrent users? No, I don't think it would. I will say the problem with like raid familiars is when they come out, they are typically really good for the time. But then power creep happens. And so the next raid, everything has to be stronger. Then the next raid, everything has to be stronger. Then the next raid, everything has to be stronger. And the next raid, like, it creeps itself out of contention. So, like, if we go back to raid, this raid. This is Stratos. Well, here, let's look at the sets. This set here, Arsenal, is at the time when tier 9 was the latest tier. This was a god tier set. 2% ricochet, enemies above 75 or below 25% health, damage increased by 10%. Increased damage the higher target's health is, up to max 30. So, best case scenario, you're looking at 40% damage and 2% ricochet. At the time, that was god tier. Then, let's go to... Does this one have a DPS set? No. I haven't done this on this PC. Fire Round. 10% in rage when attacking combusted enemies. 7.5% dual strike up to 4 times, so up to 30% dual strike, and 20% chance to combust strongest for 206% when you hit an enemy. Like, that's 11 tiers. So, a familiar from tier 9 is going to be hot garbage when you're up in these later tiers. So, we don't have that. That's why most of them are garbage, or they seem like garbage, just because like you're looking at it through the lens of what's currently available late game. Where yes, Stratos is hot garbage, and honestly, in tier 19 Stratos or tier 9 Stratos wasn't that good anyways, but he was significantly better than what you're seeing. Like when you look at it through the lens of what else is available. And Venture is kind of a DPS, but not really. I think I'm going to switch back to Combust, though. And yeah, but I don't know. I would like to be able to do some sort of rebirth, but it becomes really hard, particularly since people have NFTs and a lot of resources are shared. So, if you rebirth, do you get to keep all of your resources? Because if you get rid of them, then we can no longer work with NFTs. Combust all your enemies. Yep. The next thing is your ancients. All of the money that was spent on, like, not me, but like people spend money on those. And if you rebirth, are they just deleted? But not just, like, NFTs cause a logistical problem, but then there's other things to consider, like Clover. If Clover, like, say you spent $100 on the game to get Clover, then you rebirth, you keep it, you're going to keep the item, it's just going to be tier locked, then what's the point of rebirth? Like, if you get to tier 17 and all of a sudden you've got Clover again, there's no point in the grind. You just then lose all your familiars. So then, do you lose the schematics? Because if you lose the schematics, then now you can't go into get any of your Sardanex familiars again, which makes Sardanex familiars not worth grinding for. It creates lots of like those trickle out and ripple out effects of what do you actually do. So rebirth realistically would be to just make a new account. Then since the accounts are free, it's whatever. I do wish that we could have more than one basic hero. Like, I wish I could just switch between heroes, but... So just new game, like new game plus. That could be good. Hey, Mythic! Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. What? So I've already got 2. Whew. I was like, did I forget one? So like someone that just reaches tier 21 by the skin of their teeth, they do rebirth and the game is hard for them. Someone like me, I do rebirth and I've got so much stuff that the game is a waste again. The game is too old at this point to introduce something like rebirth because there's too much going on. That's my thoughts, though. I would rather see like a sequel made or something like that. Adding Paragon with hard raid bosses, I would love that. And one thing that's been brought up a lot is, like, I think we were calling them nightmare dungeons, where like every day you can run one nightmare dungeon, which is a giga hard version of like the D4 in every tier. Let it drop whatever, just to give you like something that you realistically have to manual every tier. But that hasn't been added either. Bum 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 bum. So there will never be a fix to spaghetti code. Hey, Huang Win, make sure to include exclamation point enter as well, so the bot picks you up. It'll respond to you saying that you've entered, but if you don't have that exclamation point enter, then you won't be entered. Perfect. I see you now. Bum 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 bum. Hey, this is the background music to my new video. So I will say, Avram, the devs have fixed a lot of bugs. Like a whole lot of them. I know it seems like they're not doing a lot, but every week it seems like there's one or two little things that are fixed. Like things that may be causing problems, may not be causing problems. And every once in a while there'll be like this huge bug fix pass. But like they have fixed a lot of bugs in the past year or so. I wish that we would get some new content. But one thing that is frustrating, and one of the reasons we don't have a lot of new content, is every single item has upgrades, and every single upgrade is a new item. So whenever you upgrade something, you have what, 3 paths? 3 or 4 paths. So let's say you have 3. Then each of those has 3 additional. So you have 12 upgrade paths, these little pips here. So every time they make an item, they have to make 12 items. Then you get up tiers involved. So to release tier 22, they have to make 12 new items for every item in the game. I guess of every legendary, set, and mythic. It gets very unwieldy. Like, there's thousands upon thousands of different items that have to be made. Which is one of the reasons, like, little bugs get introduced or items don't work right, because they have to make them thousands of times. It's really unfortunate. There's not really a way around it either. When Jupiomans made this game, I don't think they expected it to go beyond tier 4 or 5, maybe tier 6. So they weren't really thinking about that. You know, and up tiers really didn't happen until tier 5 to 6. So everything that was planned with when the game released with just 2 tiers, the system worked. Then you get to where there's 5 tiers, it's still working. Then 6 tiers, you have your first set of up tiers. It's still working, but it's a little bit annoying. Then you have tier 7, which has 3 tiers of up tiers, because you have 5 to 6, then 6 to 5 to 6, then from tier 5 to 7, then tier 6 to 7, then tier 8 you have 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 6 to 7 to 8 from 7 to 8. You have to do that every single time. Now that we're in tier 21, you have 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, then 6, 7, like, it, ugh. If the server died, it'd be awesome if we could get like a offline version. I mean, I would pay $15 for it, easy. I don't think it would happen, but that would be pretty cool. I mean, so yeah, CG, it would be worth 60, but I figure I would only pay 15 because I've gone through all the content. There's no new content for me, so it would just be basically to keep my character. Because if I had to start over, screw that. I would never want to do that. I do wonder, because you'd have to deal with the shop then too. So like you would never be able to get Ultra Gores. How the game would work well if like the best thing you got was a bit gore once a month. And if it's offline, I guess you could use like your phone to time skip, but the game would go so much slower. There was an attempt at like a storyline based version that was it was online, not offline, through Sandbox, and that was actually pretty fun, to be honest. I played through it. I was gonna play through it on stream, but never got a chance. It was actually pretty fun. I gotta give him credit for that. How much longer does this 3D print have? 11 more minutes. Then after that one, I'm gonna print the woodwork, and then I'll print the top of the mushroom. So make the game offline, but let you connect online to a shop. That could be neat. I don't know how it would work though. It would be really cool if they just created a Bit Heroes version that was offline and you could just play offline. Like, I would go through that. Even if like nothing else changed. Like, obviously let you play the game more, but yeah, so I've never seen a game like that, so I don't know how it looks, how it works, but I mean, that could be neat. Let's see, Dragon City pay to win. Looks like 7 months ago someone was saying it's super pay to win, but So CG, the resource offers are actually better on average than before Controversary, and significantly better than they were during Jopio. So when Jupiomans had the game, at most you got a 15% discount off the 800. That's it. There was nothing else. Now the average price is cheaper because they're always the sale price, and there's just not deeper discounts on them. So on average, it's still cheaper. And then the resource crates are still here. So, I mean, like, I got the last resource crate, which ended up being like 200 gems per resource, which was absolutely worth it. There's a really specific, like, narrow focus where the resources are more expensive, but that was saving up all your gems all year long to save an extra 50 gems per resource. The idea is now you don't have to save all the time because the base sale is always there. Digimuse, welcome in. I love some vegetables. Yeah, if you could play it offline and not have the energy system, that would be pretty awesome. What I do want to see though, I want to see them release, even as just like for a limited time, call it Jupio Bit Heroes, so y'all can see what it was like before Congregate took over. There were never really any sales. There was the weekly rotation, which was 15% off. That was it. And it was 15% off of 1,000 gems. So resources were 1,000 gems a pop. If you got them on sale, they were 850. The biggest boost was a super scroll, and they were not easy to get. And the harvester is how ancients were. Ancients were not that great, and they were expensive. Oh my god, they were expensive. They were so expensive, oh my god. Let's buy just a few more. Oh wait, that's a whole pack. I don't want to do that. Wait, no, it wasn't. What am I doing with my life? I want more than 15. Oh well. We'll come back to it. I forgot that they were 5 and not 10. And yeah, the game was real slow back then. Also, item drop rates have been increased, so they also didn't drop as much. So you had fewer boosts and lower drop rates. It was insane. Like, the game was a slog back then. Yeah, it was... I mean... So I played... When Mythics were introduced in Tier 7, I played the entire tier. I found one Mythic. One. So... Like... It was... insane. And SSS1, like, being on Super Scrolls all the time was seen as, like, Giga Whale. So I think that's where, like, my disconnect is when I see people complaining about various aspects of the game, and I'm like, it's significantly better than it used to be, but that's because I've been playing for 8 years. If I had only been playing for 2 or 3 or even 4, then yeah, it seems kind of rough. All right, we're gonna buy one more real quick, and then we'll do our giveaway after this. And Gemuse, do you have all the neural ROMs you need? Because you'll need 105, so if you don't have that, then it's whatever if you don't have the schematic, because you're still going to have to grind more anyways. If you already have 105, then I am so sorry. All I can say is, like, there's other opportunities you could do. It took me a while to get Glarsdos, and so I used Wimbo just with damage reduction pumps on him. It worked out well enough. I think tier 14 is Alatus, so you can't get that yet. There, like, you might look at other options just for now. Like, it might work, it might not. Let's take Exo off of this real quick. Okay, then, excuse me? Hold up, I can't melt the other exothermic because that's on there? Why can I not melt this one? Is it in one of my armories? It is in one of my armories. Why did it upgrade the wrong one? There we go. Oh, you got Olatus? Okay. So then, honestly, I would just go with Olatus then. I like Glarzos better, but Olatus is plenty good. All right, we're getting closer. 1.2 to go. All right. Last chance for y'all to enter the giveaway. We're gonna go ahead and pull up marbles. Last chance to enter. All right, looks like no one's wanting to enter, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste. Entries are officially closed. Let's go ahead and clear this stuff up here. Alright, we are good to go. Like, no issues, nothing I gotta clear up. This is amazing, guys. I'm so proud of you. Alright. We have 19 entries again. No duplicates. We're gonna go into this one. Long shot, no. Procedural runway. Bungo Boogie. Or Bongo Boogie. Let's do Bongo Boogie. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna do it. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what this one is. So Big Plinko, we've done this one before. Looks like one of my bots won. Okay, so you go off the, I remember this one. You hit, ooh, too far. You hit that and you bounce over to here. You might hit each other, go down the stairs. Again, you're gonna get bounced off there, into the funnel and out. This is a fairly short one. Only takes about a minute to get through. That's pretty awesome. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody, and good luck specifically to you. Remember, if you didn't like this stream, your marble's not gonna go as fast, which is not true, but I'm gonna say it anyways. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, Rain. Oh, sorry, Rain. CG. I don't know. I don't think you can die on this one, CG. I don't think there's anything that can actually kill you. So you've got this. But January's out in the lead. Okay. I just like that music. And honestly, CG, I'm not so sure about that. I'm sure you'll find some way to die. I just looking at it, I don't think... I'm lying. I think you can die on those bumps over there. But Win is in the lead. Came out of nowhere. What happened to January? Oh. Okay, looks like you can die right here. But you made it, CG. A few people died. Bashi. Uh-oh. Oh no. Now everyone's dying. WCRS, congratulations. Congratulations. CG. Oh. You did it, CG. You made it. You didn't die. You're a winner in all of our hearts. Congratulations, WCRS. Oh, I see you. I see you typing. I see you. You got this. Congratulations. Let me pull some stuff up here. Make sure you're eligible before you are eligible. Congratulations. Congratulations. WCRS9. I need to close marbles. It is so loud in my ears. I have it muted for y'all. It is so loud on my end. All right, let's go in here. WC, where's your name? Where's your name? Where's your name? Jerf. You are added. So let's go through the legalese stuff. As always, I am not the one that sends these out. Oh no. They're sent out by the community management team. So what that means is don't expect them to be done right away. That being said, they're usually done on Mondays, so hopefully you'll get it today. If you don't have it by next week, just let me know and I'll chase people down for you. Not a big deal whatsoever. And you can, there you go. You can also only win on my stream once every 30 days, so you'll be eligible again starting December 10th. You can still enter. You put your marble in there. Maybe you'll knock CG off. Who knows? Okay, if you take first, it goes to the second place. You can still win on other content creators if they are offering giveaways, just not mine. Mine's only once every 30 days. So there's the legalese stuff. Now we don't have a whole lot of time, so I do just want to go back in here, do a quick little search here. What we're doing, what we got. We're gonna do. We don't really have anything to run right now. We could run one world boss. Hooray, done. So we don't have anything to melt down right now. Once we get to tier 18, we'll have quite a bit, so that'll be nice. But we need a lot more legendary materials, like so many more, and I can melt those, but we still need 1.2 thousand more just to up tier Evolvium. Except, okay, Weedy's not quite there yet. We're also gonna have to up tier some sets as well, so I'm gonna keep running some stuff offline. It is what it is. Go ahead and mute that because my print is done. We did it. I do unfortunately need to go. It's time. Gotta make it out. But we got quite a few. We got let me do the math here real quick. We got something like 800 legendary materials today, so that's good. Got 2 mythics to drop, which is pretty cool. We don't really need them, but we got them. We're getting there. New content. New content is dropping at reset on Thursday. I will be uploading a video which will post tomorrow, going over the newest mythic familiar in the new content, and I promise you they are worth going for. Their bonuses, so good. They're witchy good. That being said, next week, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be running invasion and only invasion. So, get ready to do this with me, because I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all, guys. But all right. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Congratulations again to LeBreton and WCRS on your victories, your epic adventure bag, and 1,000 gems. You will get those shortly. They're on the list. You are the only 2 that have not had your giveaways out because you've only been on the list for a couple minutes. You should get those today. If you don't get them today, sometime this week. If you don't get them this week, let me know and I will start bothering people. And as always, thank you for everyone who liked the stream. The more people that like the stream, the more people come in here. The more people that come in here, the more likely we are to have more Bit Heroes players. And the more Bit Heroes players we have, the more likely we are to get new content. So thank you so much for those of you that did like the stream. And as always, have a great day, great night, whatever your time zone is. And if you like this stream, like it. If you dislike it, and tell me why so I can make the content better for you. And if you want more, hit the subscribe button and consider becoming a channel member at any tier. Everything helps. And good luck on your grind. I'll see you next week for another Giga Grind on Invasion. Bye bye.